everyone, and welcome to our first video in the Isle. So today we're playing as a Deinosuchus, and as you can see we're currently picking our colours and pattern for the Deinosuchus. And I wanted to make sure we were nice and camouflaged so other predators wouldn't be able to see us. And here we're picking the area where we start on the map, and we've chosen the northwest. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So this story begins in the darkness of night. The Deinosuchus could be seen, the silhouette in the water in the river, and I knew the first thing that we needed to do was find food. And as soon as I dropped in, I saw a fish, and I knew this fish had to be our dinner. So the chase began. It was extremely difficult in the dark, as you could hardly see a thing, but my determination was soon rewarded, and I grasped the slippery fish within the Deinosuchus's jaws, and the blood poured out into the river. I then reached the surface to start eating the fish, tearing chunks of flesh and throwing it back into the gullet of the Deinosuchus. I knew this was essential for my survival, and I would need to catch much more fish to make sure I would grow bigger. At this point, I was just a young hatchling. I completed death rolls to ensure to twist all the flesh off the fish and make sure I didn't waste a thing. Soon the fish was gone, but I knew I had to catch more, so the hunt carried on. I continued hunting throughout the night, catching many more fish. Soon I'd eaten my fill and my belly was completely full, but I thought to myself, I still needed to grow, so I continued to eat, regardless, to make sure that I would grow into a huge Deinosuchus, to make sure I could survive this dangerous wilderness. I then returned to the river as the moonlight flickered on the surface of the water. I decided I needed new hunting grounds, so when the sun rose in the morning, I would make my way downriver and explore the new areas of this island. I checked my growth to see how all my hunting had paid off. I was still a very young Deinosuchus, and as you can see, I was still at the smallest stage. But that was soon going to change. As first light came over the horizon, I decided it was time for breakfast. Success. A fish for breakfast. And breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so they say. This would give me the energy to make it downriver and find new hunting grounds and explore more of this island. But just one fish was not enough. I wanted more. I came across a free meal, a dead fish floating in the water. I made use of this meal and snapped it up very quick, before returning to hunting myself. A few fish later, and I'd had my fill, and I knew it was now time to make the journey downriver and find new areas to explore. I watched the edge of the tree line carefully. I was still a young Deinosuchus, and a large dinosaur could easily take me on and have me as his own meal. I then stumbled upon something quite strange, a building of some sorts, a sign of human activity. I swam closer to investigate. It appeared to be some form of drain or dam. I was cautious. I did not know if there was any danger ahead of me, but I soon realised that this was a dead end. There were bars blocking my way and I couldn't swim any further. A silver lining, however, a fish appeared to be stuck in the end of this river. I soon put him out of his misery and ate him as a snack. Since the dam was blocking my path, I decided my only option was to travel down the river the other way. And soon I came out of the forest and found a large grassland area that I hadn't been before. I looked around to make sure there weren't any predators on the land. I reached the riverbank and pulled myself out onto land to take a closer look. I sniffed the air to investigate and see if there was any prey around. I seen something move, a deer perhaps, or maybe a pig. I entered the water and began to stalk. This was my chance to get a well-needed meal. Suddenly, I saw it. I took my chance and I leapt for the pig. I grasped my jaws and quickly swung round for another blow to make sure it was dead. This was a very big meal and would certainly help with my growth. I swam back down to collect my prize and drag it to the shore. What was that? Had I stolen another predator's kill? Or was I being hunted right now? I looked around, but I could not see anything. But then, far in the distance, a stegosaurus on the horizon. Where there's big prey, there must be big predators. I pulled my kill to the riverbank, looked around, and quickly began to eat. I knew I had to eat it fast because there could be other predators in the area. I didn't want to end up like this pig. After my meal, I re-entered the river and decided to investigate the noises I'd heard earlier. Was there more than just a stegosaurus? Or was I leading myself into more danger? I looked around and suddenly I found a carcass. A rib cage and a spine of a very large dinosaur. This must mean a large predator is nearby. But there was remains on the carcass, and this couldn't go to waste. I quickly looked around and grabbed some of the meat from the carcass. My growth had increased since last time I looked, and I was now closing in on being a young adult Deinosuchus. The river had led me to a waterfall, but I had to find a safe way down to continue my travels on the river. But then I noticed the Stegosaurus once again, and another dinosaur behind it. What was going on? Was there a fight? Or was this a group of dinosaurs sticking together? I bided my time. I didn't want to get attacked by these dinosaurs as I went round, but they seemed distracted. So I quickly ran round as fast as I could, leaping over the rock and through the grass, down the hill, back to the river. I had made it, safe, back to the river, and a beautiful waterfall behind me. Now it was time to continue my journey down the river and see what else this island has in store. The sunlight was fading fast, and I knew I would have to find somewhere safe before darkness arrived. I found a spot next to the river in some bushes to make sure I was hidden from any predators that might be lurking around. And suddenly, the sun began to set, and darkness engulfed the land. But during the night, I felt a little peckish, so went out for a midnight snack. Morning had arrived. After a successful midnight hunt, my belly was still full and my growth was doing well. What was next on this epic adventure? I stopped for a moment to bask in the sun and absorb the rays of vitamin D. I waded into the water and floated to the bottom to find a spot to hide. I was well fed, well rested, and well on my way to becoming a young adult. I had finally reached young adulthood. The growth was going well, and I was soon to be on my way to a fully grown Deinosuchus. As I realised what was happening, it was all too late. blink of an eye, it was all over. Killed by my own kind. But this young Deinosuchus will be remembered for his bravery, exploration, and resilience. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like and a comment down below. If you're not already, subscribe to the channel for more dinosaur content like this. And if you want more right now, click the video on screen to jump right back in.